and we live by Torah. We live by the laws that the Most High God left on record for us to do. I was looking at, because sometimes I look at the Creflo Dollars and all these people. I look at them because I got to listen to see what they saying.
You have to.
So Creflo is something he talking about, you no longer have to do the law. We live by grace. Now, he's getting it confused because he said God has given us, God has made a new covenant with us, right? But you see, this is what you call a jackleg preacher.
Okay.
Because the covenant was, God was going to renew the covenant that he made with Abraham, the new covenant, right? He's going to renew it. Because in that covenant it says he will be our God and we'll be his people. But we broke that contract because we weren't serving other gods. So now when we get to Jeremiah, I believe 31, God says, now he's going to renew that covenant with us, and that once again, he's going to bring that covenant of his people, and he will be our God. So now he said, oh, God made a new covenant, and you don't have to live by the old covenant anymore.
That's not what he meant.
Right? So we live by grace. We're moved, he said that we are moved by the Spirit, by the Holy Ghost. And then I said to myself, I said, I said, this guy right here is just leading the people astray. So I wrote in on the comment, I said, so if we don't have to live by the laws anymore, I said, so no longer do we live by thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not defraud thy brother, thou shalt not do any of this, because we only got to live by grace. So if the Spirit moves me to sleep with your wife,
just move me.
Then what governs me? Because no longer do we have to live by the law.
That's right.
The same Holy Ghost that went into marriage.
The same Holy Ghost that went into marriage.
That's right.
So if the Spirit moves me,
that's it. It moved me
to go in and rob a bank,
that's it. That's what it is.
I could say the Spirit moved me to do that.
That's it. Yeah.
But this is the kind of tricks that they use to mess with us. Christianity was the slave man's religion.
That's right.
Christianity was not our way of life.
No.
Christianity taught us to turn the other cheek when someone slaps you. The only ones that was getting slapped was us.
That's right. Nobody else.
The only ones that was getting whipped was us.
Exactly.
They don't live by that.
The shotgun.
They're going to fight.
They don't live by that.
They don't live by it. And one of them slaves would have stood up and slapped them back.
You thought
that slave master was going, and he was teaching that to the slave. But that was just to keep us docile.
That's right.
To keep us good servants.
Yes, sir.
Obey your master. That's what that was. But they wasn't following that.
No. Oh no.
So they got mad with Nat Turner, because Nat Turner started reading and said, eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
Yeah. Ball game change.
You put your hands on me, I'm going to put my hands right back on you.
Exactly. That's what I did. That's right.
But they gave us, that was the slave master's religion.
That's right. That's his religion. That you don't go.
It wasn't our way of life. He don't live by that.
No.
You can see he don't live by that. You go in the Catholic Church, that's the most emptiest church in the world.
Exactly. Ain't nobody there.
Go in those churches and all you do is you go totally contrary to the laws of God.
That's a fact.
You got about 10 stations, 10 different idols.
That's a fact.
God told us not to make any idols to bow down to. But you go to about 10, 15 different stations before you get to Jesus.
They call it Station of the Cross.
You say I go to a church, I go to a evangelical church, one of them jump up, shout up churches, faith healing churches. We don't got idols in there, but you got them in your brain. You love him. You live by grace. Because the Spirit moves you. But the Spirit don't move us. You know what move us? Keeping the commandments of God.
That's right. That better move you.
That's what we have fear of.
Yes.
That if we break that, then we in bad with God.
Yes.
He moved me. He did this, and he moved me to do this, and he moved me to do that. I guess the Spirit moved Jimmy Swagger to do what he did.
Yeah.
And then moved Jim Jones to do what he did.
Yeah, the Spirit.
If you only got to live by grace and the movement of the Spirit. So we don't live by that.
No, we don't.
We live by the laws, statutes, and commandments that God has left on record. And we are sure in that.
Oh, yes.
So what? We can't keep them all because we're not in the land. What does it matter? There's some that you could only keep in the land. But the ones that you don't have to, that are not to be kept in the land, you do them outside the land.
That's right.
And that's what that is. And that's what helps to govern us.
That's what works.
That's what helps to govern us. That's what helps to, when I see your wife, that I don't sit there and lust after your wife.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Bring the word.
That when you come and Samar Zakar left his gold watch on the table, that it don't make me say, oh man, how it go? Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Yeah. Those are not sleep.
No man, that's Samar Zakar watch. Hey bro, here go your watch. That's what helps us, that when you find a purse in the street,
Yes.
with $20,000 in it,
Look for the ID card.
you look for the ID card and don't take not 1 cent.
That's right. It's not yours.
Don't take the money out and say, I'm gonna put it in the mailbox and I'll send her ID and stuff back, or send him whatever his ID back, but hey, the money is mine.
No.
That's stealing.
That's stealing. It's not yours.
That's what governs us.
Yes.
Torah governs
Torah
us,
governs.
not a spirit.
No.
Because God didn't say a spirit was going to guide us and it was going to govern us.
No.
He said Torah was.
Exactly.
He said Torah was. So that's what we need to guide us.
Amen.
That's what we need to set us in the right path. Torah.
Torah.
Forget all that stuff that people are saying, because the world is going mashugana. It's going crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is.
This whole world is going crazy.